My name is Pascal. Today we are going to do a buy guide on the Rogue Froning rack 4100C. And the short overview of that rack is, if you like a Rogue Monster Lite 4-post rack and don't want to think a lot about what you want to put in your cart, then that is the option for you. And you also have to like rich froning and the color black on top of that. If you tick all of these boxes, it's a great option. Otherwise, I recommend to you to go into the description box below to dig for more details or watch some of my other videos to further your knowledge. Now let's walk through the 4100C in a bit more detail. The main distinguishing factor of the Rogue Froning rack is that it is Froning branded. Now with that, it is a bit of a remnant of the past when Rich Froning was all over the place in CrossFit, when he was the longest reigning champion before he stepped down and then Matt Frazier took over the scene a bit more. Now it is a very solid rack. It is based on the Monster Lite series. It has the west side hole spacing, and also if you look at it as a package, it's actually a great package as long as you like your rack to be branded by Rich Froning with the R on it, with the star, and you also like the color black. So if that is all a given, then put that into your cart, stop thinking about it, and you get a pull-up bar, you get the safeties, you get all you need for what you want for having a rack. Now, if you're not into the color black or Rich Froning, I think a good alternative to the Rogue Froning rack would be the 490C. The 490C is the same footprint, gives you more color options, and is also budget-wise about the same and doesn't have the Rich Froning logo on it. So if you want a bit more freedom in what you want to do with your rack but still want to stay within the Monster Lite series, then go for the 490C, then the Froning rack. And to be honest, if I had a friend, I'd also walk them through a 490C purchase rather than a Froning purchase. If they came to me and said, hey Pascal, I'm buying my first Rogue rack, what should I get? I do like the Monster Lite series, but I'm not entirely sure where to go with this. Which brings us to the discussion Monster Lite versus Monster from Rogue. So the Froning rack is out of the Monster Lite series, which is a bit cheaper to produce. Personally, I would always say go for the Monster series because you're not buying Rogue because you want to save money. If you wanted to save money, then you would be looking into another brand. That's my personal opinion. So if you're already buying from the best because you want the customer service and you want the best stuff in your gym and you don't mind budget as much as other people, then you might as well also get into the best product line of Rogue, which is the Monster series. There you have the most product engineering going into it. All of the new releases for the past few years first were released to the Monster series, and then depending on how well they sold, trickled down to the Monster Lite series, and then barely if ever to the Echo and Infinity series. So if you are looking at the Rogue RML 4100C/Froning rack, I'd say it's a bit more about the 490C or an RM3 rather than the Froning rack itself. So, weigh up Monster against Monster Lite. I was always err on the side of caution for Monster, but that is also budget dependent, and I don't want to talk about other people's money as if it's mine. So let's talk alternatives to the Froning rack. Alternatives are the RM4 and the 490C. Both of these have the same footprint. The RM4 is Monster, gives you a lot of color options, is also a bit more expensive, is what I personally own. I love this rack, and I also have a detailed review of the RM4 rack on my channel. Check it out if you want to look at alternatives. The 490C is Monster Lite and therefore budget-wise a bit closer to the Froning rack than the RM4. What you have to consider there is that you don't really have the full access to all of the accessory from Rogue that is in the Monster series. And then other Alternatives would be halves racks like the HR2 and the RM3. I personally think the RM3 is the best rack for a home gym, and if I had a redo on the RM4, I would get the RM3 first and then probably upgrade it with another RM3 in the back for Rhino rather than getting the RM4 first, because I have more than plenty of space here in the RM4 itself. Now for going with the HR2, the HR2 is a low-cost option from Rogue for a half rack. Now that is really something where I'd say you don't have a lot of space, you don't have a lot of money, you still want Rogue though because you love Rogue, then get that one. Just be aware that it is part of the older generations of products from Rogue and is not part of the Monster or the Monster Lite series. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and tell your friends about my channel, and if you have any questions, pop them in the comment section below. Otherwise, I wish you a very nice day and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.